Just talk us through the moment, because we've seen a bit of it on video, of when you appeared to surface and you appeared to have found them.
It's been mentioned by some members of the press that it was luck. I would say that was absolutely not the case. Our procedure is, in this situation, we're swimming along an underwater passage. Wherever there is airspace, we surface, we shout, and also we smell. And in this case, we smelt the children before we actually saw or heard them.
How many of you? 13. Brilliant.
What struck me about that photo is that some of the kids were smiling. They were big smiles.
At that point, they were quite pleased, and we spent a fair bit of time up there really trying to boost their morale before we left, because we didn't have any food to give them. We had lights.
Looking at the pictures and that famous pinch point, that very narrow bit,
most of the diagrams that have been put out on the media are not correct. There were a number of different points where different techniques were required to navigate both one person or one person carrying a child. So sometimes if it was very low, you had to carry them to the side. Sometimes if it was very narrow, you would push them in front.
What did you do? Just put them under your arm, or did you swim with them? How did you get them out?
We were fortunate enough to have some local Thai boys from a swimming club, which we took to a swimming pool, and we practiced beforehand. We essentially strapped a cylinder to the front of the child. They had a full face mask, which is a way of making sure that they can breathe, and essentially we had a handle on the back of the child, so you always need to transport someone face down so that any water runs away from their face, and we were able to manoeuvre them in that way, although they were still clipped to us, so that if we lost them in the visibility, we would always be able to find them immediately.
So you pushed them through almost like a wheelbarrow, was it?
If you want a picture, it was probably more like a shopping bag that sometimes you would hold close to your chest if the passage was narrow and deep. If the passage was low and wide, you would hold them out to the side. Essentially manoeuvre them around whatever obstacles were in the way.